how did you train for TSP? I think a lot of people would be curious about that.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about it a lot in that other podcast, but maybe like break it down one more time.
Mhm.
Like the months leading up to a 300-mile race.
Yeah. I think I went to TSP with like the least miles logged out of we were 25 people who did it, and I was probably the one with the least miles logged for all 25.
What place did you end up coming in?
13th out of 25.
Dang.
Yeah.
Do you know how many of those people didn't finish, or did they all finish?
4 DNF'd.
That's a pretty good
Yeah.
ratio.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 DNFs. I finished right in the middle of the pack. I was the youngest runner. But I really wasn't logging that much. Like my guiding mantra throughout the whole training was just be gentle. Like be gentle to your body. And then there was my crew captain Mathieu who told me to do that, and he just came off a 300k in the Dolomites. So I was like, okay, let's see. Let me follow that. And then we're a week before TSP, and we haven't really caught up in a couple weeks. I'm like, hey, just to let you know, like I've been being really gentle with my body. And he's like, oh, we'll see if it worked. And I was like, what?
Thanks for the confidence.
Yeah. So that was awesome. But
apparently it did.
Yeah, definitely worked.
What do you mean by be gentle? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, so I feel like a lot of people think like they got to be getting like 70, 80, 100-mile weeks in consistently, one after another, like, and stacking it with heavy strength days and just breaking your body and like making sure to get a ungodly amount of miles every single week because you're training for a 300 miler. But I just focused on feeling good, feeling fit. I was run commuting, so just like if I needed to go somewhere, I was running there. I wasn't wearing a watch for the longest time. I actually just reintroduced the watch to my wrist.
I was actually going to ask you about that. I don't remember you wearing a watch last time.
No. Yeah, because I was getting like so fed up of all the stats, and I was like, I don't care. I just want to like feel good. That's the only thing I cared about. Just feeling good, feeling strong. And so I actually wasn't logging my miles during the training, but probably on a normal week, somewhere between like 40 and 50 miles, like 70K.
Not that much, really.
No, like 70K. And then peak weeks, like 70 miles, 120K. And then the training was really like once a month. I had like one ultra of like 80 to 100 miles, or 80K to 160K. So 50 to 100 miles once a month. And it wasn't a race. It was just like usually an event or like just for fun. And other than that, I was just feeling good and running to my tasks and running home and biking. Just pretty unstructured.
Yeah. Just like always kind of moving.
Yeah.
Ready to run, do something, whatever.
Always moving, and then getting body work done. So like massage therapy 2 to 3 times a month, fascia stretch therapy at Optimal Stretch Clinic, which is like a big game changer for me.
Dang. What is a fascia stretch?
It's like lazy yoga. So like obviously, you know, your body is completely covered in fascia from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. Yeah. So if that gets wound up even in only one part of your body, your entire body is going to be a little bit messed up. And then you also have these deep fascia lines. So getting those loose just like help your body be able to perform at how you want to perform. And so like I said, it's lazy yoga. So he's putting me in all these like deep hip stretch positions because that's where most of my tension is, in my hips. And all I got to do is lie there. If you were to do a yoga class, you need to be contracting your body, engaging muscles to get yourself in a certain position. But my guy is just like putting me in the positions, and I'm able to be fully relaxed and just concentrate on the breath work going through these stretches. And it was a real game changer for me.
Dang. Yeah, you're big on foam rolling too, right?
Yes, sir.
And stretching. Dude, I've never seen somebody pigeon stretch more than you.
Foam rolling, I think, is more efficient than stretching. Stretching is like a little short-term relief. Foam rolling is more long-term. But yeah, the pigeon pose has just been feeling real nice lately.
What does your strength routine look like?
Strength routine is, again, pretty, like not like yours at all. I just like to play around with like medicine balls, trampolines, elastic, balance, just things that really keep me entertained, or else I won't do it. Like, I'm so over benching and deadlifting and doing all that. Like I have zero interest to do that. So just doing things that are like dynamic, athletic movements, engaging the whole body and having fun. I got this guy's program MT Peak Performance or MT Performance, he's like very holistic and bringing your body back and improving your elasticity. So I followed his like 9 or 12 week program, and that really helped like strengthen weak points in your body and recognize what part of my body's unbalanced. Like a lot of people's like hips are like their pelvis is bad, or your posture, your shoulders. And that just has like pulling and just all elastics and throwing medicine balls. So very, I guess, primal.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I think seems like for runners especially, the biggest thing with strength training is just finding what you enjoy doing. Like, because I think so many runners hate strength training.
Mm-hmm.
They just hate like going to the gym, and it's like not as exciting. It's kind of boring.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think making it as functional as possible definitely, obviously, it helps.
Rock climbing helps a lot with that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm doing like bouldering, and that's just so fun.
Yeah, probably. I guess like get the upper body strength, obviously, but I'm sure legs too, and like getting in those weird, awkward positions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think functionality, like just being able to pick things up and move them around and do stuff in like awkward kind of positions, and obviously if you can simulate the running position as much as possible.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I was cycling a lot too, so that helped with like my leg strength. On my fixed gear bike, so I'm using my quads a little bit more, and I'm using all the same muscles as I am while running, but low impact.
Yeah. Like
literally zero impact. So I was able to strengthen my legs a bit too.
I like that. Yeah, I think following a training program, like running program, especially for ultras, I think it's usually as a guideline, like have like like a bowling alley. It's like you've got the safety rails up to like kind of help guide you, bounce you back in place. But I think being flexible with it as much as possible and just like tuning into your body, doing things based off of feel seems to be the best way to go about it.
Especially if you're not trying to break any records, just doing it for the enjoyment, doing it to have a good time. Like I wasn't going out there trying to smash a course record. I was just going out there to like give it a good effort, and have a great time doing it and like make good memories with my crew. Like that was the best way I could have trained.
Yeah. I love that, dude. TSP, man. What a crazy adventure.
Yes, sir.
Dude.